Now we've got it right.
Yep. No, not that you've got, like, I've got it right because, yeah.
Well, let's just hope we can hear you this week.
Oh no, I think we should be able to. But it is 8:30, which means Clay shall be letting us go.
And I can hear you. Hang on.
Are you not picking up?
1 second. Hang on. Yeah, I am, yeah. So
yeah.
I couldn't hear myself through the stream, so I was just waiting to hear myself before I turned the volume off.
Yep, no worries.
We don't want echo back down in. Right, so we've got Clay's said ready up.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Ready to go now.
So, driver standings after Russia. It is No Fandango with 136 points in first. Then there's a very big gap between himself and Scotty 15 in second with 77 points. In third, we've got the mighty Mercedes of Claymore with 72 points.
I believe he said he'd actually missed a couple of races as well.
Yes,
so
he has.
That's a good position for somebody who's missed quite a few, well, the last few races.
In fourth with 59 points, we've got Matt DG. In fifth, GJ Botha with 58. Nice battle between the Alfa and the Ferrari going on there.
Yeah, and then you've got the Alpine of Kieran just behind as well.
Yeah, not many. 5 point split, GJ Botha and Kieran.
Well, in truth, there's only 15 points between 4th and 10th.
Yeah.
Between the Williams of Sediluk and the Alpha of Matt DG, there is literally 15 points. So that's actually quite close in the driver's standings between 4th and 10th.
Yeah. Alright, we're just getting everyone into the lobby, which we are in. Aha. Oh, we have a wet qualifying!
Oh no.
Oh.
So what we need is somebody to let us know how it's going to be for the races.
Yes. Someone in tier 2.
T-Bag Sniper won't last in this season in tier 3. And Kieran says RIP me. And Dan's just said woohoo, we can hear both of you.
Way!
Rory said it's great to hear the dynamic duo back on stream together again. T-Bag and El Rubio and Harry have said dry for the race, no rain.
Right, so we have wet quali.
Yeah, it's just a wet quali by the looks of it.
Okay. We've got Sediluk coming out on his outlap. Same with Matt DG and Mayspin.
Well, I've jumped on board with Matthias.
I'm on with Luke a minute.
Now you see, this is really difficult to estimate what the times might be, because most people would have been testing in the dry.
Yeah.
I know I was testing in the dry. I may have to put in some wet laps because I have not tested in the wet.
I'm gonna take a guess around about 126s, 125s, somewhere around there. As Luke is just coming round the final corner.
Well, Matthias has got last corner now. He's just about to start his flying lap. I wish the camera angles would pick up a little better, because I was just looking at the spray from the ground behind his car just then. That was difficult to see whether he'd ran wide or not.
And Luke's just coming up to turn 3. He seems to be doing okay. A little bit of a slide there.
So that was purple for the first sector for Matthias. Now, because the time hasn't been set, it may just be that. I don't know.
No, Luke said Luke had a lap. He's beaten Luke. Barkman do has spun it.
There's no time on the board as yet. That won't have improved his lap in the slightest. That must have been Botmandu. It was a McLaren that's out because magically the McLaren isn't out yet.
Yeah,
in the middle of the track, so that won't have helped.
That was on his out lap as well.
Ooh, and that's Matthias invalidated on the exit of, I think it's turn 8.
Oh, I got the lap times wrong. Maybe 1:15. I thought it was 20 seconds, not 10, for the wets.
Yeah, there's going to be a big difference. I mean, a lot of the times that I've been seeing through.
May's been a 15.3. Same with Luke.
It's alright. I've just seen a car. Ooh, that's interesting. So what I only just noticed, and it's probably not helped him any, is Tunable's actually out on the inters. He also has no front wing though, because he was in the wall at pit straight.
That's what I was just looking at.
I wondered why he was off near the wall on the pit straight. I'm guessing he lost it and tapped the wall. He's got no front wing.
Tunable is the only one on inters, by the way.
But I can't understand why, because it's way too wet for inters looking at the track and the streams of the drivers that I'm seeing so far.
Yeah,
that's a bizarre choice.
Teabag with a 17.4, Schnitzy a 15.8. That is weird. Seeing M times at Austria. I'm used to seeing like 106s, 107s.
Yeah, 105s, 106, 107. That's kind of the ballpark you'd be expecting for dry tyres, but no. Luke's just posting a 115 flat, so he's
Adam put in a 15.4.
Yep. Matthias Schnitzy's just done a 115.8. May's been invalidated his second lap. I was just on board with him.
Weatherman Harry 15.1. GJ Bother a 42 flat.
J-Doy's on a lap as well.
Yeah, I'm just on board with him.
But he must have had an off somewhere. 125.
7.
126.
126.8.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a look at Jack Slater.
He must have had a massive off somewhere.
Jack Slater has invalidated. Let's have a look how Clay's doing. Just come around the last bend.
Yeah.
On the power nice and early there from Clay. 15.4.
The crazy thing is, we're saying that before the stream's even picked it up yet. Because the stream, unfortunately, is around 5 seconds behind us.
Yeah.
But I think the voice comes through in line with what we see on the stream. So
yeah.
That Teabag's got no front wing. I just seen a Red Bull with no wing. It was Teabag on his way back into the pits.
Scotty 15 on an out lap. So
Bothers on his last turn. Ooh, almost invalidated there, but he's gone 1:16.1. He improves by almost 26 seconds. J-Doy is 1:26.8, so he's lost time somewhere. He's just about to finish a lap.
Clay is half a tenth up.
1:16.2. Let's see how Botmandu's doing, because he's the only one who's not posted, who's actually out on a lap. He's just actually started his lap, so I'm going to just ride on board with him for a minute. I think that was Raphael coming out the pits as well.
Clay coming into the pit. I'm going to go on board for Scotty 15 for a lap.
Very, very tentative there through turn 3, and I can't blame him, because that is a difficult one to get right. And I bet it's more difficult in the wet than else, yeah. I mean, I struggled with that turn in the dry to get it right. So it's got to be 10 times worse in the wet. And we've got a yellow sector 2. That's one of the Haas off on the inside.
That would be J-Doy.
I was going to say, I think that's J-Doy, yeah. Yeah, it looks like he probably gave it a little bit too much right boot coming out of, I think that's turn 4.
Scotty 15, purple's a middle sector.
Tunable's come out again on a set of inters. Surely he's not going to find time just by being on the inters over the wets. Surely it's too wet for inters.
It's got 15 at 15.9.
Stranger things have happened.
That is very true.
Sniper Lurch up there, he's managed almost the same as Cedilook actually, a 115 flat. The 115.027 and 115.055, so it's quite close between the top two there.
Dan with a 15.6.
Right, Tunable is out on his flying lap.
Yeah, I'm just going to have a look at that, just to see how he's doing.
Wide on turn 1.
Very close to teabag there.
Yep, I noticed that too. Very tentative again through turn 3. And again, I can't blame him because it is such a difficult turn.
Especially in wet. Harry at 14.9.
Yeah. But he's been out 4 laps, so he must have been winding up for that one. Matthias has now come out on inters as well. I wonder if Tunable started a trend as he runs wide again.
Yeah, I wouldn't say the mediums inters would be a good choice with the track the way it is.
I don't think it is. I think this track's just too wet. I mean, I'm surprised at least 2 times now that Tunable hasn't actually invalidated his lap because he's just gone so wide. I mean, he's at 115 as he comes out of the last turn, so he's going to be 117, 18, 19, 120.036, which is good enough for the slowest time by around 2.5 seconds.
I'm just on board with the Highlander, who is just about to come through the last corner. And he's giving it too much right boot.
Yeah, he's round.
Has he got? I think he's got rear wing damage.
I'm not sure what he's got out of that. I couldn't actually see his car from the angle I was looking at.
Harry at 14.6.
Harry's just finding time. He's just flying and flying at the minute. Oh, that is some very wide cars out turn 1. So we've only got 3 who currently haven't set time.
Oh, Scotty 15 loses his right end plate.
That won't help with downforce. So we've got 3 who haven't checked time, that being Joseph, Kieran, who we know loves a good 1 lap run, and Midget Magic. But I do believe Kieran has just exited the pits.
He has. Dan's on, just coming up to the last corner. Someone made a very late dive into the pits. In front of Dan. Dan 15.1.
Dan did make quite the message to everyone about diving late into the pits on this circuit.
Yeah. Harry finally comes into the pit lane.
I'm just sitting on board with Kieran for now. He's just going very slowly through turn 5, I think it is. He's just letting people pass it at the minute. I think he's looking for some clean air.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't blame him.
Couple more comments coming through for you, Colin.
Yeah, sorry, I completely missed all that. So Adam's just said to us dry race. So thanks for that, Adam. We'd had a few comments to let us know that already. But of course, we always appreciate people letting us know anyway.
T-Bag, a purple sector 2.
Matthias 114.5. He's gone just around half a tenth faster than Weatherman Harry, and he did it on the inters.
So has Tunable gave us a little bit of an insight.
Diving out onto inters now. So Kieran is on wet, but now we have Highlander who's gone onto inters but not yet out the pits. Tunable is out on what looks to be a fresh set. Talking of which, I think Kieran's just dived back into the pits.
He has.
And then Scotty is also in the pits, just changed over to inters 2. So it looks like we might have a few people diving out for inters. I mean, we've still got 5 minutes of the quali to go yet, so there's plenty of time to get in, get a set of inters and out again, if the track's drying up enough for it. maybe that's what Kieran was doing. Maybe he was looking and going, well, I'll come out on the wets because it looks wet, and have a drive around and see what the line's like. And if the line's good, and a couple of inters time, so Weatherman Harry's now on inters as well. He's not yet exited the pit, but he is actually on inters. So maybe he's looking for an inters time as well. Kieran has changed over to the inters as well, as we suggested he might do. Maybe the racing line's drier than we expected.
So has Raphael.
So whoever you're on board with there just set a purple sector 1 as well. I think that might have been Schnitzy actually.
Schnitzy?
I think you were just on board with Schnitzy.
Yes, I was. Yeah, he's just gone 5th.
Yeah. 5th, yeah. But that's still on wet tyres as well, so... I just saw it light up purple on the screen. It might have been a purple sector 2, not sector 1.
We'll have a look how Kieran does on these inters.
That's what I was just jumping to, just to see how Kieran gets on this outlap on the inters.
Just behind Schnitzy in the Williams.
Yeah, but if Schnitzy's not on the lap now, he should back out of the way. But it looks like he might be on another lap as one of the Astons gets out of the way.
That would have been Harry and Clay.
That would have been Weatherman Harry, yeah, because Joseph is still in the pits and Midget Magic is still in the pits. Neither has set a time yet.
Joseph has a quali ban, I'm pretty sure.
I was going to say, does any of these two have quali bans? That was something that was mentioned. But can he not come out of the pits to confirm his setup and then go back in again?
I think he's already done it. I'm not too sure.
Well, I didn't see him do it. I also don't know whether he's actually aware of that. I saw him asking some questions about his quali ban earlier.
Yeah, I responded.
I wonder about Midget Magic then, because they've also not been out and set a time yet. Yeah, actually, there was messages in the tier 2 chat which both of us have completely missed. Midget Magic and Joseph both have full quali bans. Joseph did say he's been on his outlap and back into the pits again.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Midget Magic has said the same thing. They're doing outlap to confirm setup. So both of those won't be posting times then.
No.
And now almost everybody's out on inters.
Yeah.
That line must be drying up way more than we thought, considering it is still raining on circuit.
Well, Kieran seems to be having a good time on the mediums. On the
inters.
Yeah.
So I didn't see his sector 1 time, but he is coming to the end of sector 2, so purple sector 2. That was 51.8 as the end of sector 2. So
he hasn't purpled anything.
On my screen, he purpled sector 2.
I didn't see.
Sector 1, I missed that.
Find out just as he's
14.6, which is good enough for
Scotty 15 at 14 flat.
14 flat.
Oh!
Bobber goes 1:14.
Harry at 13 too. This is getting excited.
I know it's getting exciting, but can you not scream down my ear, please, mate?
Sorry.
Oh. Midget also quality ban. Yeah, Car Threesome says Midget had a quality ban, which we now know. And
Clay at 14 flat, as well as
Adam
Scotty.
Has said, hope I'm safe on the wets. He's trying to save his inters. And he is currently 9th. So, it'd take a lot of people setting a lot of better laps on those inters to put him into that drop zone. So I will take a stab in the dark that he is actually he's safe, as I've just seen
Mayspin 13.4,
of a second faster than himself by the time that he got to the end of sector 2, so he's improved by almost a second.
Dan just posted a 13.6.
And Kieran is 0.8 of a second up on himself, a 1:13.8, which is good enough for 4th.
And he's just lost it.
Kieran's gone, turn 1.
And that's for catching my spin last week.
You say that, but actually, Hound, I think it was, caught me crashing out of quali.
Yeah.
Last week. They do like to catch us crashing out, so it's only nice when we get them back for it.
Yep. I'm just on board with Bother to see how he does.
So let's see if anyone else is on the lap. I think Dan is on the lap, and he's 0.4 of a second slower by the end of sector 2, as Cedric goes 1:13.1.
And didn't you say he's on a default setup?
He did say he was going default setup today because he'd not had time to create his own setup for this circuit. He's not had enough time practicing. So Maidspin, I believe, has actually just retired in the pits, because I saw him rolling into the pits before he dropped out. So currently, as it stands, we will be losing J-Doy, Raphael 1 and Tunable, unless they can find more time. Raphael 1 has already took the checkered flag, so he won't.
It's just Tunable.
Is, yeah, he's just, Clay's just gone 1:13 flat. So Tunable 13.
Oh,
so
he gets himself out of Q1.
Highlander down.
Oh, Adam.
Last corner. This is really close for Adam as well.
Yeah, Barkman do. Yeah, Barkman do.
J-Doy 8th, and do you know what? Unless Barkman do improves, which he's not going to be 16 or 17 seconds down, so he's obviously on an in-lap. So it looks like Adam has scraped through by the skin of his teeth trying to save his inters. So I believe we are done for Quali 1 then. So we've got Botmandu, the Highlander, Raphael 1, Joseph and Midget Magic are all out.
As Barkmandu gives us a little bit of a red line situation coming into the pits.
I'll just quickly grab that while we know what everyone's position is going to be anyway.
Yeah.
Because that's effectively the end of Q1 anyway. You know what, I'm probably doing this and I'm bet it's already being done. So fastest then was Clay, the 1:13 flat.
Yeah, with Luke less than a tenth behind him.
And surprisingly, it was actually Tunable who was the first one out on the inters, and everybody else started following him.
Yeah, that was quite surprising.
As Midget Magic said, you have to love a quali ban. Well, all I can say is if you have a quali ban, you must have done something to earn a quali ban. Not managed one of those yet myself, but I'm sure there's always time. You managed to get yourself a quali ban yet, Dan?
I have, yeah. My stream didn't catch anything at the race before Belgium. And I was involved in an incident, and I had my first ever quali ban at Belgium.
So yours was for not supplying footage then?
Yes.
Actually, saying that, I do believe that's actually what Joseph's was for. I think his was not supplying footage as well. I think I recall the incident page last week for it.
Luke coming out with the pits very, very quickly on the inters.
Yeah, that's people diving out very fast.
Wait. If it's a full wet quali, everyone will have a choice of tyre.
Yeah. Unless we get onto dry tyres, which it doesn't look like we're going to, then you're right, they will have a full choice of tyre. Which means we'll have zero idea of what may or may not happen come the start of the race until we see what tyres people choose for their strategies. So, I know T-Bag's out.
Luke's out.
Luke's out. Mason's out. Snix is out. Bother's just come out too. I'm going to take a stab in the dark and say Kieran will be one of the last ones out, because he always is.
Yeah.
So...
I'll give him 7 minutes before he comes out.
Yeah, do you know what? We'll say that, right, and he'll be listening to us, and he'll come out in a second just to prove us wrong.
Probably.
Because that's the kind of person Kieran is. Just go out to prove us wrong.
Dan's just put a message into the Tier 2 chat. Do not ready up. Drivers will need to adjust their setups.
Yeah. Well, that is something that stands every week about not readying up from selecting your setup. But unfortunately, there's normally 1 or 2 people that don't really pay much attention to it. Unfortunately, there's normally 1 or 2 that don't. It happens just about everywhere we race. I think everyone goes, "Oh, I'm done. That's it. Quickly press X." Unfortunately,
I've missed Luke's sector 1 time. So we were talking about setups.
Yep. Well, I am actually on board with him in a minute, and he's just about to post his sector 2. So
at 50.4.
50.4, which that is just over 3/10 faster than I said Kieran had posted on his sector 2 on his flying lap in Q1. So that is out to be quite a quick lap by the looks of it.
I've run about 13.6.
I'm more 13 flat.
12.7. Whoa.
That's actually already faster than anything but Mate's been 12.6.
Whoa, we're gonna have a nice Q2 on our hands.
It does look like it's going to be interesting. And, well, I was just going to say, we've not seen Lurchy post a time on his inters yet, because he didn't go out on them last time out. And he's now posted 12.8, Teabag 12.9, and Schnitzy at 13.1.
Everyone is now on inters.
Yep, everyone is on inters. There is nobody on wet tyres. So although it's still raining, it does look like the line must be dry enough to only require inters.
Let's see what happens with Jack Slater just coming through the last corner.
So GJ Bother's done a 13.4, J-Doy's done a 13.7, and Jack Slater's just done a 13.7 as well. That's very close between J-Doy and Jack Slater. That's 0.02 of a second.
Oh, that is tight.
113.707 and a 113.709.
We've got Matthias just coming out.
Just started a lap, so I'll stay on board with Dan for a second while he's on his lap.
Matthias goes third with a 12.8.
Yeah. I was just about to say that, you beat me to it.
Clay has got a little bit of a slipstream behind one of the Alphas.
That should help, unless he gets too close in the dirty air that follows him and the spray that follows the cars. Although there's not actually a lot of spray now, really. Oh, DRS enabled. If DRS is enabled, we must almost be ready for dry tyres. Yeah,
which will be quite interesting.
Because normally the game doesn't decide that it's time for DRS until, as Dan goes purple sector 2 with a 53.3. Yeah, it doesn't normally go DRS enabled until it is time for dry tyres, or almost time for dry tyres. So we should see the times improving significantly.
Clay at 13.2 with his DRS wide open.
Yeah, well, that's no surprise. Dan's is open at 12.8. And I'm betting he's going to go for another lap now as well.
That's what Clay is doing.
Yeah, DRS has just gone active now, so you may as well stay out and gain, you know, a few tenths on your lap just for sheer sake that the DRS is there now.
I wonder if anyone's going to take the... That's what I was just about to say. Is anyone going to take the gamble?
Tunable has done it again. He's the first man to go, right, I'm coming on dries. He's not yet exited the pits, but he has got soft tyres on, ready to go.
Ah, Tunable, the man of all man. He's really given us a run for our money today.
I bet it's Matthias who's going, hey, teammate, you go out on those dry tyres and see if you do alright. If you don't, I won't do it.
Clay's just coming up to the penultimate corner.
Comes out of the pits actually. J-Doy 12.6
I wonder if Clay's gonna...
Luke is actually about ready to come out on mediums.
Oh.
He's just put a set of mediums on. Snitsy has just put a set of softs on. Teabag set of mediums on.
Yeah.
Dan goes at 12.4.
So now we're seeing dry tyres as I think that was Luke coming out.
The first person out is tunable on dry tyres. I'm on board with him now. He's just coming through turn 3.
How is he doing on the dry tyres?
He looks like he's doing alright. He was a tad wide at turn 3, but that does tend to happen anyway.
But saying that, there is no rain in Sector 2.
No, there's no rain at all. I'll tell you something though, there's just a little bit of lag actually. I think you caught that on the stream.
Yes, yeah.
As Tunable he jerked to our right, his left, and then back again.
I'll just have a...
I think everybody's now coming out on dry tyres apart from the top 4.
Yeah.
Oh, and Matthias hasn't, but he's sitting in the pits as well, so... I'm guessing Dan will probably be on an in-lap after setting his time.
So it's raining in Sector 1, at the end of Sector 2.
As Tunable starts his lap.
So wait, for the moment, if Tunable can get a lap done, he will go P1.
He would go P1 because there's such a significant time between the wets and the dries. If he could post even close to that purple Sector 1 straight away, 16.8 Sector 1. So we'll see how he does on Sector 2. Now we've been seeing the low 50-second .3 or 4 for Sector 2. So let's just see how he does, and we should have some idea, because unfortunately he's not set a lap time, so we don't actually know what improvement he's made on his own time. So that's all we can go with. So he's just coming up to the end of Sector 2 now.
There you go, 47.6.
So that's a full, maybe 3 seconds faster than the Inter's time that people have already been posting. So he's purpled Sector 2 as well, of course. And he should come around, he's 104 as he comes out of the last turn. And crosses the line at a 107, which is
4 seconds quicker.
4.5, 5 seconds faster, yeah.
I'm just watching Luke.
Slightly, but it's still it's a good few seconds faster there.
Luke at 7.5.
So I mean that's on mediums as well. So mediums are always a little slower than soft.
Adam
and there
getting
is still
himself
damp on the track as well.
Yeah, so anyone could spin. Teabag at 7 flat. Schnitzy at 6.9.
See, the times are just flying in now on those dry tyres.
Kieran at 7.4.
Yep, I didn't even spot Kieran had gone out, but we did say Kieran would be one of the last ones
I said within 7 minutes.
And I think that was it 13 or 14 minutes to the session still or something?
13.
Yeah, so you was about right.
Near enough.
I mean, what, we got like 5 minutes left now, 5.5, so...
Yeah, Adam at 45.5 in the middle sector and purple's it.
Tunable's just gone third with the 107.1. I think he's just improved slightly, actually.
Harry at 5.5.
That had to happen because Harry is normally one of the faster guys.
Adam at 5.4. Clay at 5.9. Dan's the only one on mediums.
Adam and
on Inter,
Harry have both set those on mediums. Clay is actually on the soft, so he should be on what faster tyres.
Yeah. Dan's still in the pits.
Is a 106.1 there for Kieran.
Tunable sat in the middle of the track.
And that's probably not a good place to be set.
I'm just on board with Kieran as he's coming up to turn 3.
So, Dan is still sitting
in the pits. Yeah.
And he is not safe. He is in 9th, but I'm willing to bet that Scotty, J-Doy, Mayspin, Matthias are all going to improve massively and push him into the drop zone here. At the very
Scotty's invalidated his lap. J-Doy's invalidated. Bother isn't.
There you go, Dan Dan must be listening to us. He's just chucked on a set of mediums and it looks like he's about to exit the garage. He must have been listening. If he's
Bother
and
invalidate. Jack Slater of 1088. That wasn't recorded apparently.
If that was the case, maybe that was because it invalidated. See, that
probably.
The game's
I think he was invalidated or something.
So Scott is invalidated.
I've got a comment coming through.
Through 63, and then he has invalidated. So let's see what he would have got. 1063.
That would have been.
Scottish.
That would have been good enough for 7th.
And he's run hugely wide into turn 1. Through turn through, he's a second up on his previous time through sector 1. And he invalidates again on the exit of turn 3.
Adams just said.
Difficult.
Adams just said that'll do.
Yeah, I think that will do. I think you're right there.
That'll do, Pig. That'll do.
So, as I said, Dan had put on mediums, and he is actually now on an outlap as well.
Yeah.
And
J-Dog
going to have
coming around the last corner. A 105.8 puts him into 3rd.
So yeah, Dan's just coming to the end of sector 2 now on his outlap, which means he's going to have enough time for 1. Maybe
I'd give him 2. May's been at 104.7.
Squeeze a second lap out because he won't have time for getting onto a 3rd. So if you're thinking 106, say, which is roughly where everyone else is, as he starts, he's on 145. So yeah, he'll have about 30 odd seconds of the session left.
As he just comes up to turn 3, 1.1 seconds up already.
So Scott is in the pits. He will not be posting another time. Tunable is also in the pits. He won't be posting another time. So those two are guaranteed out now. Jack Slater again is another one in the pits. He's a guaranteed out now as well. Schnitzy and Dan, who are both in the drop zone currently, are on laps though. Dan is just coming to the end of sector 2 and is 5 seconds up on himself. Schnitzy is just coming around the last corner actually, so just see what time he posts. A 104.9, which is good enough for 2nd.
Dan just coming round now.
Yeah.
He sets 104.9 as well.
104.9 as well, so they are both now safe.
Kieran is now in the drop zone.
Scotty has started an outlap and he is at the end of sector 1. However, he doesn't have the time to set a time, so that's kind of pointless. As is Matthias, he's out on an outlap as well with no time to set it. Kieran, I think he's actually on a lap.
Yes,
and
he is.
Currently 11th position, so he needs to find time.
7
If
tenths
he
up.
finds time, he will push Sediluk out though, because Sediluk is in the pits.
He's 7 tenths up on purple sector 1. Sector 2, sorry.
Would be enough. So as he
And he
comes out and crosses
sets
the line,
a 105.2.
105.2, which has now pushed Sediluk down. So
Clear 104.4.
Our drop zone guys now.
So we are losing Sediluk, Matthias, Jack Slater, Tunable, and Scotty 15.
Surprisingly Scotty as well, because
yeah.
Scotty, I don't know if T-Bag's on a lap. I don't think he is. He is. I think he is. He's on a lap.
He is. 3 tenths down.
Run. Yeah, he may drop into the pits then.
I think he is dropping in. Yeah, he's dropping in.
He's dropping into the pit, so nobody else will be setting a time, so I'll just grab that. For sector 2, quali 2.
And that is us done for Q2.
So, what I did just notice was, yeah, as Adam's just said, he was nearly out of game.
Yeah.
But also, the other thing I noticed was, do you know who topped Q1 and Q2?
He topped Q1 and Q2?
No, I said, did you see who topped Q1 and Q2?
Clay.
It was Clay. Clay has topped both Quali 1 and Quali 2.
Let's see if he can do it in Q3.
When it really matters.
Let's see if he can get, which I would believe would be his first pole position.
I honestly don't know on that. I cannot comment. So, who have you got for the top 3 then for this top 10 shootout? Bearing in mind, as I said, Clay has topped the times twice in a row in Quali 1 and Quali 2.
I'm going to say Clay is going to be up there.
Do you reckon he's going to take his pole, or do you think he's going to be second or third?
See, it's whether how ballsy the other people. It's whether how ballsy the others will be. Yeah, I've seen. I'll shoot him in. If you can shoot him an invite.
I can, but do we not have to be careful in case of that glitching things out again?
It might, but just send him one just in case.
Joined. So it's just told me Mayspin's joined.
Yeah, I seen that. Highlander has left.
Yeah, Highlander's left. Actually, it says Dan's in the session now, so I don't know if he's rejoined, because I just tried to invite him and it says Dan has already joined. So I don't know if he's already managed to rejoin or not. Yeah, there you go. He's just said he joined.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to pay attention to Mayspin left again. We're going to have to pay attention to the grid just on the off chance that we have an issue with the grid now, because that's 2 or 3 people that have left and rejoined. So we may get a glitch out again. I mean, you know, fingers crossed we don't, but you never know. So at the start of the race, I'll do what I normally do, and I'll just take a grab of everyone's tyres and positions. So on outlaps, we already have Adam invalidated on his outlap, Harry on an outlap, GG Bother on an outlap, and Schnitzy on an outlap.
I'm gonna have a look at Harry.
All on soft tyres. Well, Harry has actually started his lap. He's at the end of Sector 1, 16-1 for Sector 1.
I haven't actually put up my lap data or anything.
Yeah, you know what? I forgot to do that as well. Teabag, he says he prefers this track in the rain. And we can now call him Teabag again because he's changed his name back. For those of you who hadn't already noticed. Oh, that was close to an invalidation there as well from Adam. He was right on the white line on the exit of, I think it was turn 7 or 8? 7? You know, where the curves are through Sector 2.
7.
Yeah, right on the edge of the white line.
1047.
1047. Not quite as fast as we saw Clay post, though.
No. Definitely not.
So if Clay can link up another lap like he did last time, he's
on for pole.
He could still take pole here. But saying that, I mean, it's a very good time.
Harry is another one.
Oh, as he spins out. I think he's
Harry's invalidated.
Schnitzer 105, GJ
Clay's
Bother
just
105.4.
Clay's just purpled sector 1.
So Clay's proven exactly what we were just saying about how he does have a little time in him compared to the current provisional pole time. Let's see how he does sector 2.
44.8.
Yeah. Oh, he's invalidated.
Oh no.
Yeah, he invalidated on the exit of 7. Well, 7-8. Yeah, he invalidated on.
I can confirm Dan is in the session as he purple sector 1.
Yep, it did say he'd rejoined, along with a couple of other people who rejoined as well. So I'm just quickly going to have a look on the Discord and see if anyone said anything there, because there was a few people that's...
Dan cutting it close. There at the start of sector 2 and purple sector 2 as well.
Yeah, Weatherman Harry on 1045 there. But I was just quickly looking at the messages in the tier 2 chat, and Sediluk said that he went for a cigarette and it cost him Q3. He come back just in time to watch Kieran kick him out. That's what you get for going for a smoke in the middle of quali.
Dan goes second.
Yeah, Mayspin said that he said it wouldn't let him take control of his car, and he asked if anyone else had got kicked. So, you know, obviously we saw Mayspin.
Clay at 104.8.
And Highlander said he already got an error too, so that was why all 3 of them had dropped out then. So there must have been errors somewhere in there. So doesn't look like Clay's quite managed to link up a lap yet. He's 148. We have seen faster from Clay, and as it stands, he's not even in the top 3 that we discussed. Well, actually, to be fair, you only said Clay. You never actually picked another 2 for your top 3.
Adam and Harry.
Adam and Harry and Clay is your top 3. Any particular order?
No.
No, you're just picking Adam and Harry because they're already up there, right? No,
definitely not. And you know what? I'm gonna go for a 104 flat.
That would be a huge
for a pole time.
That is a bold call. What about Kieran then? Kieran's not actually even got out of the pits as usual yet.
No.
So he's obviously going for a 1 lap shocker.
I don't know about Kieran. Oh, J-Doy's just been disqualified
for blocking the pit lane. Let's see if I can just see where he is. He was, by the looks of it, exiting the pits.
Exiting? I thought he was just going in.
No, I think that might be pit exit. I'm not sure because he's now pulled off at the side of the track. It's really bizarre.
Yeah, I thought it was the entry.
No, that's 9 and 10. Sorry, no.
That is pit entry, yeah.
How can he have blocked the pits if he wasn't even
blocking entry into the pits?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he had a spin and he was in the way of the pit entry. It just seemed really bizarre. Like it's pulled him off to the side of the track near the pit entry rather than an exit. Sorry, that was my mistake. I misread the map.
Teabag posting a 44.8
and a purple sector, but that could be a personal purple.
Could Teabag stick this provisional pole? Could Teabag stick this on provisional pole?
He's been complaining about his remote all evening.
No.
No.
See? No.
So that must have been a personal purple then.
GJ Bother coming up to turn 3.
Well, as it stands, we know who 10th place is.
Yes.
The rest are up for grabs. It's actually very close if you look at the time between Harry and Dan as well. Both on the 104, 542 and 569. And Dan is on an outlap again. Surprisingly, Harry's not, as Kieran does actually start his outlap finally.
Bother's invalidated, so I will have a look how Teabag is doing.
Bother just out there, calls him Bother.
I think Teabag's not going for another one.
No, Teabag backed out of it because Kieran passed him as I jumped on board with Kieran to see if I can grab his flying lap. So Dan's just started his lap because it's just flicked off of out lap, so...
Yeah,
and Adam has also started a lap as well, as Kieran starts his lap.
Let's see how Dan does, if he can improve just... Yeah, he's a tenth and a half up.
That was really quick through turn 1 for Kieran. I actually thought he was going to invalidate because he ran wide. Not wide, but just kind of the tail. Seemed to step out onto the rumble strip like he'd come through so quickly. 2 minutes left of the session. There's enough time for an outlap, so Harry is on an outlap now.
Dan,
and I'll be honest, I completely missed Kieran's sector 1 time too.
0.018 up. Oh, Dan's invalidated.
So Kieran at 44.7 for sector 2. And that's the wife's home.
Clay, 3/10 up.
3/10 would be
pole
enough for second, maybe pole. It's so close. 104.7, almost 104.8 there for Kieran, which is only good enough for fourth. So
Clay puts in a 104.3.
Yep, that is actually a very slight improvement on his Poly 2 time. So there is your time to beat, boys.
As Dan's half a tenth up.
Kieran.
I wonder if we can see a 1-2 Mercedes.
I mean, Dan has been pretty fast over the last couple of races.
He is half a tenth up.
Half a tenth would be enough, but the question is Harry says Kieran's actually down on himself there, so I'm just going to jump on board with Harry. Harry is 0.049 improvement on himself, which is good enough to just...
Dan's put a 104.2. So now we'll go to Harry.
Will just sneak inside the 104s at the time he was currently on at the end of that sector. So
let's see how Harry does. Oh, I'm surprised that wasn't invalidated. Oh, he's invalidated.
And that was a 3/10 improvement as well, which would have been good enough to almost roundabout match Dan. If he hadn't have ran wide on that last turn, that is very unlucky for Harry.
Adam on new fast lap now. Just behind Harry, actually. He is a tenth up.
Don't know what's going on with Kieran. He's running slowly, so I think he's on an in lap. Snitsy has just slightly improved on that lap, but almost a tenth up on himself on that lap, but he is not enough to move him up beyond 6th. And Teabag is on the lap as well, I believe.
Oh, there is an Alpine out what? Oh! An Alpine of Kieran just hit Adam, yeah.
Both, I think, have just picked a 5-place grid penalty. I think it was both. I'm just going to quickly look, so I'll leave you to check what everyone else is doing.
Kieran was unaware that Adam was coming.
No, it is only Kieran. Kieran has
That'll
a
drop Kieran.
Grid penalty.
That'll drop him to 12th.
See, when Harry invalidated as well, he didn't just invalidate that one lap, he actually invalidated his next lap too. So he wouldn't have even been able to set another lap. So, just quickly grab the top 10 there. with Kieran having taken his penalty, puts him in 7th then.
No, that was his Q1 before penalty.
Sorry, that was his qualifying. Sorry, so that'll actually make it that Kieran then will start P12. I thought he'd qualified slightly higher than that. I've misread the times. My mistake, as always.
Okay, we've just had another comment come in.
Yep,
so that is Dan on pole. Mayspin has split the two Mercedes.
So, Car Threesome said he crashed. That was GJ Bother. I mentioned that he'd gone out of the session.
Yeah.
Harry said his invalidation was a 104.1 and then said, damn, lol. I think that may have been at the fastest time that the two Mercedes posted. So we do, in fact.
Does it look like it's raining?
No. I think it's just cloudy. I don't think we've got rain. So. What we almost had was a Mercedes 1-2. However, Mayspin dropped in the middle of them to split them in half. So it will be Dan with Clay behind him.
Yes.
So it's going to be interesting to see if one of those gets a better drive than the other, or whether they can shove Mayspin out of the way and take a 1-2 into the first corner.
And now we've just got to wait.
Yep.
To see whether the lobby glitches as well.
Yeah, but that, I believe, happens after the formation lap, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm going to make sure I grab everyone while they're on tyres on the formation lap and stuff. Just in case we have a problem.
Strategy. Medium soft lap 21.22. Medium soft, obviously lap 21.22, then change at around about 27.28.
Quickly just
grab
that. On the off chance that this does bug out due to the problem everyone was having with being kicked and stuff. I know Highlander went, Mayspin went, Dan went. So if it's gonna glitch, it's probably gonna glitch now.
Yeah.
So do you have any predictions on what will happen with Midget Magic and Joseph, as neither one was able to set a time around here, both due to fall ban? Do you think either one is going to be fast enough to pick up some places?
Well, it all depends whether they avoid the chaos.
It does.
That.
Now, I have seen Midget Magic is generally quite fast in my experience from what I've seen in Midget driving. Joseph, I've not really seen him driving much. I mean, he's only been with us for, was it a couple of weeks? 2 or 3 weeks?
2 or 3 weeks, yeah.
So I've not really had much experience of seeing Joseph driving, so it's,
Wait, I just
difficult to predict on how he's going to do.
I just realised Mayspin in the hat has got to second. That's better.
Yes.
That is better than what Mayspin can do in real life anyway.
So, you know, about 2 minutes ago, I was saying to you that it wasn't a Mercedes 1-2 because Mayspin had dropped in between them and split them, meaning Dan and Clay are going to start one behind the other.
Yeah.
If Clay was to get a better drive on the softs rather than the mediums that Dan's on, could they go 1-2 into the first corner, or maybe Clay take the lead from Dan or something like that? It's going to all come down to what kind of drive people are going to have off the start line.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm just going to jump to the back of the grid and just watch them form up. Right, so the last couple of cars are in place. We have got a green flag being waved, although nobody's...
I'm going to watch this from Harry's perspective.
Yeah,
1, 2, 3, 4,
with
5 lights. And we're off.
So that was a bit of luck. No glitch today. Oh my, Midget Magic could make... Oh, I think there's a bit of contact with a Red Bull at the back there.
It's clean from the front. It's clean from the front.
It was difficult to tell, but it just looked like there was a couple of sparks came up from maybe minor contact with the Highlander in the back of the grid. There's a lot of people around wide into turn 3. Midget Magic is just picking up places like nobody's business. They're already up to 14th place.
It's a bit like me in last week in Russia.
Yep, and
halfway.
Somebody span out. That's Kieran. Kieran has span out and is now dead last.
Apparently
so
plus
Joseph
1 lap.
Is up to 16, and Midget Magic is up to 13th, both from P19 and 20 on the grid.
Not bad from those two.
Matthias has pulled a move on his teammate, as has Midget Magic as well. As Dan sets the current fastest lap, of course, because it's the end of the first lap. And it has, at the end of the first lap, ended with a Mercedes 1-2.
Yeah, and I'm just watching this battle.
Yeah, not that the Haas has gone away, because it hasn't.
Clay trying to go down the inside, or Dan?
Clay is going down the inside of Dan.
Oh, what a move! On turn 3.
Clay has gone down the inside of Dan. But
what a move from Clay.
Clay is on the faster tyres as well, and he had slipstream. So,
yeah.
Predicted pit stops is soft, medium, medium, or soft, hard, medium. That is an odd prediction. Surely the hards would go quite
full
far into the
distance.
race.
I'd say they'd go
I would
soft,
say soft, hard. Yeah, soft, hard, or soft, medium, medium would be my guess. Or
it's just
medium,
come up for
medium,
me.
soft.
Medium, soft, soft. Medium, medium, soft.
Huh. Well, we got 2 completely different predicted pit strategies.
Yeah.
Maybe it's based on who we're watching. See, I'm on board with Clay, who is currently on soft tyres, and he's just lost 2 places.
I'm on board with Sedaluk.
So, yeah, he's on medium, so that maybe it's predicted pit strategy for whoever you're riding on board with.
Harry is right on the back of Clay, actually.
Yeah. As Mayspin overtakes Dan into turn 3, I believe that is, and Dan is coming back in though. So Dan's not having any of that.
I just realised we didn't have any of the glitchy nonsense for the first 3 laps.
No, we didn't, which is very unusual, but it's great for us. Less work. So Dan is currently back ahead.
Half a second, and Matthias is closing in.
Yeah, Matthias is not letting him go. Whoa, Dan's gone. He has spun out on turn 7.
Yep, that is turn 7.
And I didn't see any contact between the two of them because I was on board with Mayspin at the time. There may have been, but I've put too much boot down there and spun once or twice myself.
Matthias, a 107.1.
That has actually put Dan in P18. 19, as Midget Magic and the Highlander are both pitting. Highlander's cutting the grass. Midget Magic has retired in the pits too.
Oh.
Yeah, Midget Magic has retired in the pits.
Teabag is giving Clay a nice time.
So, on the plus side, they did retire in the pits, but it's just strange that they chose to retire.
Yeah.
Rather than continuing.
So far, no penalties either. Teabag's going for a move on Clay.
Teabag making moves on people. The question is he in send it mode? And he has.
Yes, he is.
has Sedaluk as well.
As Clay's jumped into the pits.
Yep, Clay has jumped in. I wonder if he got some sort of damage then, because he just seemed to be rapidly losing places over that lap. Yep, front wing. He was having a front wing replacement. I don't actually see any damage on his front wing that's come off.
Harry having a go on Adam.
But
into turn 3.
There must have been some sort of damage. You see,
and he's made the move.
I had wing damage on the race I was doing on Wednesday, and it didn't look like there was any wing damage whatsoever. But when it came to my pit stop, there was wing damage, so I've seen it happen where it doesn't look like there's anything wrong with the wing, but change it anyway.
Oh, that was close. With
that caught Clay behind Dan.
Ooh.
But remember, Clay has already stopped.
Yes.
Dan hasn't. Well, it is not going well for the Mercedes boys tonight.
No, not at all.
But Mayspin is gapping Weatherman Harry pretty well, around 2.7 seconds currently.
There's a nice battle between Scotty 15, Matthias and GJ Bother.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Lurchy is also on the back of Harry. He's about half a second down. So that's not going to help Harry get any closer to Mayspin while he's trying to hold off Lurchy there, who has DRS as well, but not close enough to make a move into turn 3.
See if any of these, but... Oh! 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 Bother's just taken Scotty 15 out!
No way.
Yeah, turn 3! Turn 3!
Highlander has a 3-second time penalty, so that's our first penalty.
It's Charles Leclerc and Seb Vettel a Coda all over again. No, not Coda, Brazil. Sorry.
Well, Kieran's creeping back up the order quietly on his own there as well.
Yeah.
As he makes a pass on Scotty, so he's now up to 12th place after that early spin. And my betting is that Scotty may have to dive in the pits here. No, he must not pick up damage. Kieran's got multiple warning penalty, 3 seconds.
Bother hasn't either.
The Highlanders DNF'd as well. I completely missed that. I was just looking for the other penalty. He picked up a 3-second penalty and now he is DNF'd, so...
Yeah, he binned it. I think.
That would be my guess. So, as it stands, there's a little bit of movement going on with Joseph, who is now to 10th from 19th place.
As T-Bag goes wide into, I think that's turn 4?
But he does have GJ Bother for company there, who he's trying to make a pass on. And does make a pass on, but Bother runs wide. Tunable, yeah, he got Tunable for company as well behind him, but he was trying to take the place.
Kieran's dropping down the order again. Kieran's gone.
Wide into turn 6. Oops.
Kieran's gone again.
It's just not going well for the CDR boys tonight, is it?
No, not at all.
15,
Bother
16,
going
17.
into the pits.
So at the back of the grid now, or the order rather, we've got now 14th because GJ Bother's in the pits. But we had Dan, Kieran, Clay and Raphael 1, which was both Mercs and both Alpine at the back.
And Tunable's just gone for a move on Joseph. And he's made it stick too. And now Scotty's having a go on Joseph. But he couldn't get the move done.
Joseph is trying to come back at Tunable as well. Ooh.
Joseph locked up. Joseph locked up.
On three-way battle as Lurch picks up a 3-second time penalty. Which is, as it
Tunable trying
almost
to...
enough for Sediluk to take his place away.
I think Tunable's trying to back Scotty into Joseph and Bachman do.
You never know, he might be.
Someone's
that's
gone.
what I do. If I've got 2 or 3
Someone's
people
gone.
trying to pass me, I'll back them into each other.
Jado's gone.
Yeah, but is he out or is
No, he spun.
No, he's just a spinner. We haven't lost him yet, so he will come around again. As Clay picks up a time penalty for track limits. Starting to get some of those penalties. This is your fault. And J-Joy's gone again.
Scotty 15 and Tunable.
I think that was a Mercedes coming out of the pit lane. I'm not sure, but there was a Merc involved there somewhere. J-Joy span on his own, and then I think a Merc went through him.
Scotty's now got a little bit of breathing room from Tunable. Tell you what, T-Bag's not having a bad race here.
No, he's actually having a good drive. But he's going to be coming in for a change of tyres soon as well. Those softs aren't going to last much longer. Going to get... Well, in fact, I think everybody, at this point, we're on lap 9. Yeah, there's only a few that's been in, so those softs, okay, now it's telling me lap 10.
Yeah.
Everyone's done 9 laps on the tyres. I'm slightly confused now.
Not everyone.
Anyway, so these softs must be about ready to come in the next lap or two, which would suggest that Matthias, Snitsy, Teabag, who you mentioned, Joseph, who's massively climbed up the order from 19th now, and J-Doy, who has actually span on his tyres as well, which won't have helped the life of his tyres, as he pits for a set of mediums. And Kieran posts the fastest lap time of 1:71. Yeah, those guys should all be pitting any time now for a new set of tyres, which I would guess will be mediums now.
Schnitz is slowly creeping behind Matthias as they almost touch going into turn 1.
Makes a move on Joseph and makes it stick into turn 1.
Matthias defending the inside.
But Joseph ain't going to give it up that easy. He's got DRS through turn 2 and braking zone for turn 3.
Oh!
Close.
Oh!
Not quite managed to make it stick there, but he does have DRS again down towards turn 4. No, Jack Slater time penalty, multiple warnings,
and he has
got on the back of those two actually.
Yeah,
there's a great little battle going on between those guys.
There is.
Teabags tagging onto the back of Snitsy and Matthias, who are all within about a second of half of each other, those three.
I think Joseph is going into the pits. He is.
Raphael is in the pits.
So is Joseph.
Yep, Joseph has just entered the pits as well. I did say those soft tyres will be starting to come in soon.
Yeah.
But saying that, Raphael, he wasn't on very old softs actually. I'm surprised he's pitted again already. So these three battling here, Matthias, Snitsy and Teabag, I'm expecting to either come in this lap or next lap would be my guess.
Yeah, the front 4 on mediums, then Matthias, Snitsy and Teabag are on softs. Matthias, Snitsy and Teabag are the only ones on softs then.
Yep, so the top 4 and 8th to 10th and then 12th and 13th are all on 11 lap old mediums, so they've probably got 5 or 6 laps left in them.
Yeah, it would be a...
Pits, surprisingly. Kieran is also in the pits and put on...
again?
Put on a set of softs because he's got 0 laps on them.
Ah.
Yep, he's put on a set of softs, so he's back out again. So who else has pitted as well? So Shedderlook has also pitted by the looks of it.
I believe that
Shedderlook's actually gone on to the soft tyres.
That would be round about the right decision.
I think he'll get about 11 to 12 laps out of these.
Jack Slater's gone.
And then another one. Yep. I think he's got a couple of time penalties as well. I'm just waiting to see which one of these three comes in. Snitzy's picked a time penalty for multiple warnings again. So that's not helping. Teabag's just picked a penalty. I've just seen it come up, but it's not told me what for yet.
I think it was for warnings.
It's probably going to be multiple warnings. As Matthias dives into the pits very late.
Oh.
Very late diving in there. He kind of came around turn 9 and then kind of almost took his move into the pits as turn 10.
Oh.
That was very late diving into the pits. I don't know if that was to stop the other two following him into the pits. So as he can try to go for, well, not as much the undercut as pull out a little bit of a distance.
Defending the position.
The position. Although it looks as though he may have had a time penalty.
As Teabag's going for a move on Schnitzy.
There's been a bug there because he's now out again. Okay, that was really weird. So I was watching him in the pits and it looked as though nothing was happening, as though he'd got a bit of a time penalty. His pit crew weren't doing anything.
Oh.
And then all of a sudden it glitches and he's halfway around sector 1.
There's a lovely battle between Teabag and Schnitzy currently.
Yeah, those two are still going at it. Yeah, but I reckon those two will be coming in. Ooh.
Teabag comes in.
Yeah. Teabag's in and Schnitzy is staying out for another lap. He is really pushing these soft tyres, isn't he?
Yeah. Kieran a 6 flat.
Fastest. He really wants that fastest lap today, didn't he?
It won't count anyway. He's not part of the top 10.
I thought it was anyone in a point scoring position, or is it the only top 10? So he's got some places to make up if he wants to make it stick. Either that or he's just taken a point away from rivals. You know? And as we all know, taking points away from rivals is always good work.
Harry is now in the lead as Mayspin's done what Mayspin does at turn 7.
Yeah, he is way down on time there. That's Kieran Lurch, just picked up time penalties.
And Harry...
Scotty is getting very close to the back of Schnitzy, but Schnitzy's just dived in.
Harry has got a very good gap of 13.5 seconds.
14, 15 seconds almost. Yeah, Mayspin is just... he's dived into the pits, that's what I was about to say. He's losing masses of time there. Yeah, so the
15.7.
Scotty now stands at 15.7 seconds. And it's difficult to see what's happening now because everyone's changing positions because there's a people in the pit lane. Kind of everything's flickering as you're trying to look at it.
Clay's up in the 5th.
Yep. See, that's exactly what I mean. Like, I didn't even realise Clay had moved up that far, but it's just so many people making pit stops. It's difficult to tell where anyone is. Dan's 9th.
Luke's just gone up the outside of Barkmandu.
Nice. But he's on nice, fresh, soft tyres as well. Barkmandu is on 15 lap old mediums now. So, Dan, Barkmandu, Scotty and Weatherman Harry must be looking to come in the next probably lap or two, I would say.
Yeah.
Because they're on 15 and 16 lap old tyres now.
Someone spun. Near the pit entry.
Well,
that's Scotty 15.
Losing position, so.
Scotty 15 spun
Scotty,
in.
Yeah, right at the start, yeah, I see him. He's actually in the pit lane.
Yeah, there was a yellow flag for sector 3.
And he's gone on to soft tyres as well.
It's lap 7. We're halfway through this race, practically.
Yeah.
There's not been one safety car. Or virtual safety car.
You know what, right? I was going to say that after about 6 or 7 laps, and I thought, no, don't say that, because when Dan decided it was a really good idea to point out that nobody had penalties yet, people started picking up penalties. And I thought, there hasn't been a safety car. But don't say anything, because otherwise you'll say something and there'll be a safety car.
Commentator's case.
And then 10 laps later, Dan says, hey look, there hasn't been a safety car. It's like you're asking for a safety car.
Harry has got a pit stop.
Harry has got to make a pit stop yet.
Yeah, and he's got a pit stop
tight. Yeah. So, but remember now that Cedar, look, he's actually on fresh soft tyres that are only 4 laps old now. And he will be cutting into those medium tyres for time. So
I'll just go on board with him.
That full pit stop window he's got right now could disappear as Clay's going to try and make a move on Barkmandu. Whoa!
Barkmandu and...
between Barkmandu and Clay. Barkmandu is
safety car! Commentator's curse.
Commentator's curse. I said don't say anything and you said it anyway.
Terrible. Harry's got a free pit stop.
Yep, Harry has a free pit stop, and
he is,
Clay is
going
still
for
going,
it.
but I don't know if he'll have picked up any damage there. He has, front wing gone. But nobody can pass him, of course, because it's under safety car.
Yeah. And,
yeah, there was a huge impact.
Harry's putting on mediums. Has he pitted?
DNF'd as well. He has pitted. He is in the pits. They are fresh mediums. So he's going medium, soft, he must be thinking.
Oh, Kieran's stopping Harry. There was like a little...
Kieran's in the pits again. That's a lot of pit stops for Kieran, but he's got to be thinking, yeah, mediums maybe to the end now.
I'm just going to quickly check the tyres.
It would be difficult, I think, to make it to the end on that set of mediums. I mean, they've got about 16 or 17 laps on a set of mediums, and we've got 17 laps to go. He should just about make it on to the end, actually. There's tunables on hard tyres as well.
Yeah, Harry's actually gone back onto the mediums.
That's a strange choice for Harry, because that means now Harry's going to have to make another pit stop.
Yeah.
Maybe he should have gone and risked it on the hards to make it sure he got to the end, because then he wouldn't have had to make another pit stop. But then it would have been slower. If it had gone soft, he would have had to make another pit stop, maybe soft.
Or even
but as it stands now, he's going to have to go soft medium. He's got to make another stop. I think that's actually not a great call from Harry. I think I would have gone soft and then soft again. With 17 laps to go, I would have done maybe 8 or 9 lap stint on the softs.
Yes.
And then put on the other set for another 8 or 9 laps as well. Because they are the faster tyre. So he's probably cost himself 2 or 3 tenths a lap there, just on the grounds that he's...
I think Kieran is unlapping himself. Maybe. No. He is not.
5-second penalty, ignoring yellow flags.
And we've got a Mercedes safety car. For the first time in a few races.
Yep, that is the first time in the last 3 races. The last 2 were both the Astons. You know why it is? It's because there's an Aston at the front. They didn't want 2 Astons at the front. They don't want an Aston Martin one too. Yeah. So, as the order stands right now, Schnitzy's dropping down because he's in the pits anyway. But Weatherman Harry is still near the top. Who's picked up some places here? Let's just have a butchers at that. So penalties. Let's see what we've got. Kieran's got the most with 11 seconds, followed by Schnitzy and Teabag on 8 seconds. Jack Slater, Clay, and Adam both have 6. Matthias has 5. And then Harry and Tunable have 3 seconds, and Joseph has 3 seconds apiece. Safety car in this lap as well.
That was a quick safety car.
That was a very quick safety car. So Scott is up 6 places, Dan's down 12, Schnitzy's down 8, Kieran's down 4, Joseph's up 5. So he's actually dropped a few places when we last saw him, but he did have to pit.
Yeah.
Matthias is up 9 places.
If he can make it stick.
Currently the highest of the day as it stands. Severe collision with Kieran for Adam there.
Yeah, as Harry's just backing away from the safety car.
So I'm guessing that's, yeah, because Kieran's almost 2 laps down now.
And we are back racing.
So I'm just going to jump to the back and see if anything happens there. Well, I say the back actually, it's Kieran, but J-Doy span out again. Exit of turn 10. So poor Kieran, he's down at least a lap, and he's now going to spend all his time either being blue flagged to let people pass, which I can see the blue flags waving around, or desperately trying to overtake the people in front of himself to lap himself.
Yeah.
But he's got to be careful, because if blue flags are being waved and he's not letting the faster runners behind him pass, he could pick up more penalties.
The faster people behind him can go through him, you forget.
Ah, of course it's ghosted anyway, isn't it? Yeah, but you could still pick up penalties for ignoring the blue flag, can't he?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
So that's what I'm saying, he's got to be careful of that. As Kieran's dived in the pits again, after one lap on mediums. Oh, that was fast into the pits, but I don't know if that was a glitch.
Yeah.
5 seconds penalty speeding in the pit lane.
T-Bag's having a good drive.
DNF. Kieran has DNF'd, so he must have retired in the pit lane. That's probably because he was so far down. And...
No, if you get too many penalties, you get disqualified.
Yeah, that could be it. Yeah, that must have been... How much did he had? 11 seconds? But his car is actually coming back out onto track.
Oh, that's...
No, it's just stopped on the inside of turn 1 inside the pit lane. So that would have been roughly after it released it back to his control. Yeah, Kieran's left. So hopefully no one pits now, because if that car doesn't move soon, it is on the pit exit. But it should be moved. Oh, we've just lost Matthias. Where's he gone? Yeah, Matthias is facing the wrong way and has no front wing.
Adam's now into second. DRS enabled.
DRS, yeah.
Harry got a nice gap to Adam, actually. 1.8 seconds.
We were just saying about Matthias, I think it's commentator's curse, and yeah, he needs to get beyond that white line. There we go. It's alright. You know, with the white line just come around the corner for the pit entry, he went really wide before jumping back onto it.
Yeah. Tunable on the back of J-Dye. I'm just going to watch the pit stop. That is soft tyres for Matthias.
The penalty limit must be then. It must be only maybe 15 seconds?
No, I thought it was more than that. I thought it was around about 21, 25.
Well, as I read it out, Kieran had 11 before the restart.
Yeah.
He had the highest amount. And I didn't see him pick up any 3-second penalties on his way around, unless I missed something. Oh no, then he picked up a 5-second for an impact with Lurchi. And then he picked up a 5-second for speeding, so I bet it was like 21 seconds then.
Yeah, Mayspin's up now. He's back into third. Clay's having a good drive. Coming from the back, well, going from front to back, back to the front.
I'll tell you something, Adam's got to be very, very careful. He is now on 16 seconds of penalties.
Has Clay got damage from that contact? He hasn't.
I've got a feeling there might be a report coming between Clay and Botmandu for earlier, because that was a big crash.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't know who caused it. You know, I'm watching broadcast view, so I couldn't see who was turning the wheel in any direction.
Yeah.
But it was a big impact, and it did end Botmandu's race. But whether he did it to himself or whether it was Clay, obviously I don't know and I can't comment on. So I've got a feeling that's going to be one report coming through. Clay's
trying it on T-Bag, you know?
Yeah, I can't blame him. I mean, okay, maybe
is he going to go down the inside?
But...
Yeah, down the inside of turn 1, and they almost come together.
Ooh, yeah,
I think there was a little bit of a love tap. Clay well in front now. Just
you know, all this time
covers.
we've been talking and commentating on this, none of us have paid attention to comments at all.
No.
So, Sniper, I think that might be, or is it Sniper's brother? No, it's Sniper's brother, Anthony. Can you put tyres up, please?
Yeah, I did it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, I missed that. That was like 10 minutes ago. I was too engrossed in what these guys were doing.
Mayspin's having a go on Clay. It's a lovely battle going on here for, I think,
I am actually
third.
watching Clay and T-Bag at the minute.
Yeah, Mayspin.
And Mayspin and Scotty and GG Bother are also tagging on to the back-to-back battle too. Like, there is less than a second between each and every one of them, from GG Bother to Clay. In fact, to T-Bag, sorry. So T-Bag, then you got 0.3 to Clay, 0.5 to Mayspin, 0.2 to Scotty, 0.7 to GJ Bother. And Dan's trying to creep up the back. He's got just over a second as well.
Yeah. I'm just going to watch it from Scotty's point of view as Clay overtakes Teabag.
No.
But can he make that move stick? Yes, he does.
Yeah, he's made that one stick this time.
Scotty going round the outside of May spin.
Yeah.
What a move that was. Teabag's going down the inside of Clay.
Yep. But is Clay going to get the switch back on him? He has, I believe. I think he's just about squeezed past. Yep, but now Teabag's got the inside line.
Oh, Clay clipped Teabag.
I think Clay did clip Teabag there. I mean, I don't know what he would have seen from his point of view, but I do believe he may have just caught Teabag's front wing. That was, I think that was almost a pit maneuver.
Yeah.
That's something you'd see in
America
that we've been playing.
Yes, but let's not get confused. We are not playing Wreckfest.
No, we're not. That does look like what we were playing then. Clay's getting a bit confused. But this is something quite interesting for you. Tunable's DNF. He also DNF'd intermediate tyres.
Intermediate?
Yep, that is what
Mace Spin's lost it.
My screen says Tunable DNF 15th place, intermediate tyres.
Yeah. What a strange.
And Adam has just picked up more penalties. He's going to have to be very careful.
Yeah, so Adam's on 14 seconds.
Yeah, he had 16. He must have pitted and took one of the 5-second penalties because he's just picked up 3. So he's now on 14.
Okay, so a 5-second penalty. Harry's got 3. Luke's got none.
Yeah, but
Clay's got 6.
So
Scotty's got 3. Joseph's got 6.
Clay with 6 seconds is going to drop him to 6. Scotty is probably going to get dropped to 5th or 6th as well. With his 3 seconds, that's probably going to be 5th ahead of Clay. So as it stands, really, I mean, Dan's on for a podium here, just on to the fact that he doesn't have any penalties.
Yeah.
And Adam's DNF. I don't know if that was more penalties. It hasn't said anything on the screen that I've noticed.
I'll have a look at the race director.
There is no yellow flags anywhere.
I'll have a look.
I would say I can do that if you want, rather than seeing that on the stream.
It's fine, and it is
right at the bottom.
Yeah, nothing. Oh, Clay's just spun it.
Yep, Clay's lost it. I was actually right on board with him when he did that.
Yeah, I was.
And GJ Bothers also passed. I don't think he's picked up any damage though. He had a little bit of a bump on the back wing, which I don't know if that caused any damage, but physically from the front he looks okay. But it does look like he's about to go in the pits. He's taking the early pit lane entry line. Yep, he's gone in the pits. That's got to be a set of softs to the end, I think.
Yeah, 7 laps.
Yeah, if he does anything but softs, he's off his rocker. No, I think
he's retired.
He's retired in the pits. That's strange because I mean, even if he would have finished, he was guaranteed points.
Yeah.
Anyone finishing now is guaranteed points. So, I mean, even if that was only a few points, he didn't have any penalties that I recall him having.
Clay. He had 6.
Oh, okay, 6. Yeah, sorry, 6 seconds. So it wasn't like his car's come back out on the track in sector 1.
Oh.
I'm actually watching his car. He's gonna have, I think that's J Doyd, maybe.
Yeah.
It might have been Mayspin. Oh, there you go. He's pulled off almost at the end of sector 1. That's a weird thing for the computer to do.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, he was in with points. I mean, even if he'd have finished last, as it stood in 13th, he still would have picked up, you know, a few points.
Yeah.
That's a strange choice there from Clay for me, especially when you think of it as, you know, kind of team points.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was maybe just a little bit frustration because the game's been picking on him all night.
It has been. But yeah.
I still got to understand why Tunable's got intermediates on when in DNF.
Neither can I. I really can't. There's no real, like, close battles. Sky's just lost it.
No, there's kind of nothing going on here at the minute.
No.
Other than Scotty losing it, of course.
Yeah. Oh, Joseph and Schnitzy. They're getting... No, that's 1.2.
Oh, Teabag's gone. He's span it as well.
Turn 7?
Yep, turn 7. Just as I got off from watching Scotty as he got back on his track, I flicked onto Teabag and he span it in the same place Scotty had just launched from. So the closest thing I can find is Matthias and Jack Slater, who are around about a second apart, with Mayspin around about a second and a half off the back of them.
Yeah.
Although Teabag did make a pass on Scotty because Scotty went in the pits.
Yeah.
Oh, that is one of the Haas.
Mayspin.
Mayspin is out. I wasn't sure if it was Mayspin or
Would that be a safety car?
It could be, because that is the pit lane. And it is on the outside between the pit exit and...
I don't think it is.
The start-finish
No.
line, so that would
No,
be,
it's not.
No, I mean, let's just look at as it comes round. No, I think the car's gone. I think it's been cleared up pretty quick. She's
So
lucky,
that
really.
is...
I mean, as poor weatherman Harry came round, it was smack in the middle of the track. As I'm getting a helicopter view of Sedil up here down turn 2.
I'm yet to have that tonight.
Yep, and around turn 3. And it's just gone back on board with him now as he enters turn 4. But there's really not a lot in terms of battles going on. Matthias has DRS on Jack Slater, but isn't close enough to make it happen.
But he could have a move here now.
Going right now under DRS. Yeah, he's got to make that go, hasn't he? He's got to send it there.
Right. I've had a response off Kieran.
Yeah.
I asked him how he DNF'd.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna...
You're not going to repeat it because it's unrepeatable.
Yeah, but there was just bull crap everywhere.
Okay, so it wasn't penalties like we thought may be possible.
No.
So maybe both Kieran and Clay just kind of gave up because the game was picking on them tonight. But to be fair to Kieran, he was, like, even with that safety car, he was at least a lap down.
Yeah.
So... And it was not like he was in a point-scoring position either, so...
No. Well,
Kieran wasn't. He might have been able to be, but he wasn't.
with 3 laps remaining, Scotty 15 picks up the fastest lap with a 1:05.6.
Well, he's in the top 10, and like I said, the only thing really going on track at the minute, attack-wise, is Jack Slater is on the back of Matthias. After Matthias has already made a pass on him, so...
Yeah, I'm just watching that battle.
Within the DRS range, but he's just... He can't seem to get close enough to actually make anything happen from it. I'm saying that Matthias is on the older tyres, like those are 9 laps old now, so he'll be coming to the end of the life of those. I mean, he'll get to the end of the race, but Jack Slater's only on 5 lap old tyres. You'd think there'd just be a little bit more in those than there is in Matthias's tyres.
Yeah. I'm just on board with Jack Slater now, as he's gonna think of a move, maybe? Yeah. No.
I think he's gonna have a go on the next one, as he runs massively wide. That's not gonna have helped him.
No, not at all.
So now it's just got him, like, just about hanging on to DRS range there. Half a second, yeah, 0.7. Yeah,
right.
He's gonna struggle. Come on. You were just about to say something to me.
Yeah, who would you put as driver of the day for this evening?
It is a difficult call.
Sedlock being not disqualified, kicked off Q2, and then coming to podium.
He's picked up 8 places, and that's a podium. That's great work from him.
Yeah, after
I mean, position-wise, I'm looking towards Joseph actually.
Yeah, 19th to 6th.
13 places. He started 19th. From what I've seen, he's pretty much kept himself out of trouble. I mean, it's not a podium, but it's a great finish from, you know, back of the grid.
Without a doubt.
You know, there's not been any incidents or anything where he's got himself into any kind of bother. So, I think for me, I'd pick Joseph on that one. You know,
Harry's coming to the pits.
Really, Harry?
Oh, Harry!
Really?
He has gone into the pits. That's Sedlock going into the lead.
Why? With a lap, he's got to be thinking fastest lap here over points finish. That's a very bizarre choice from Harry. I
would have just carried on and got the win.
I would have, I would have just gone for a win now. What's he just thrown away there? Like 7 points?
Something like that.
Just to go for the 1 point for fastest lap, which surely you can't do because...
No, because he's pitted.
He's not going to get in a full lap. He's already pitted, so he's already thrown away the time at the beginning of the... That's a very bizarre choice, that is. Matthias has just picked up penalties.
Harry's right on the... Trying to trouble Dan.
Yeah, Harry's also got 3 seconds of penalty, so even if he got past Dan, he's only going to get dropped behind Dan again.
Oh! Harry's gone!
Oh, he threw away his race win for nothing there.
Reckless moves. And that is Sedlock for...
Snitzy's got a 5-second penalty for an unserved penalty.
That is Sedlock winning Austria for C2.
Strangely, I mean, I had Harry for the win on that one. Like, you know, he was cruising.
And actually, I believe that is Sedlock's first win at CDR.
Matthias, again, 5-second penalty for an unserved penalty as well. And I think it's Jado and Scotty are the only 2 left to finish. Yeah, this Scotty is very wide. I don't know where he was off to. He may have been off to Germany, but that was very wide out of turn 9. And he's crossed the line, so that is everybody finished now. So we had 20 starts and 11 finishes.
Hey, it's better than last week.
And
Joseph.
The game agrees with me for Joseph as well. So,
well, it's a half and half between Sedlock
between
and Joseph.
Sedlock and Joseph. Yeah, I mean it's a difficult one to call because Sedlock did have a great drive. Picked up was it 9 places? It was 8, but Harry gave him the 9th. Joseph picked up 14 by the time it ended because he was on 13, and again Harry gave that one away. So yeah, I mean, like I said, it's close between the 2, but I think Joseph deserves that one. He's only been with us a few weeks.
That is true. Yeah.
He picked up, you know, a huge amount of places. In fact, it's 15 places. He finished 4th.
That's a good drive.
So that is a great drive. He only just finished outside the podium places. So,
only just.
Yeah.
Right. And that would be C2 over and done with. Me, Colin and I will see you out on track here at Austria on Sunday.
Yep.